Communications issue statement. President Mahama removes Chief Justice Getrude Araba Isaba Saki Torkonoo from office. Statement Eka say President John Dramani Mahama has, in accordance with Article 1469 of the 1992 Constitution, removed the Chief Justice, her ladyship, Justice Getrude Araba Isaba Saki Torkonoo, from office with immediate effect. This follows receipt of the report of the committee constituted under Article 1466 to inquire into a petition submitted by a Ghanaian citizen, Mr. Daniel Ofori. After considering the petition and the evidence, the committee found that the grounds of stated misbehavior under Article 1461 had been established and recommended her removal from office. Under Article 1469, the President is required to act in accordance with the committee's recommendation. Signed, Felix Kwachi Ofusu, spokesperson to the President.
Yeah, okay. Justice Gabriel Manchiro, I'm sure that you've seen the video of the presentation, any statement out here.
Yes.
But you say, Oyerepa say, share petitions, but they were considering it one after the other.
Asempa.
Some consider first one Mr. Daniel Ofori. The by anyway, you know. I will become the toss of me and son. And a appeal see a Chief Justice side by say, say, two star when the Shatta. I got Mcbrown, so my crowd will say, so that is what happened. But a son was unsure. Each petition stood on its own merits. So it was going to succeed or fail on its own merits.
Mm-hmm.
On the basis of Mr. Daniel Ofori petition of the choir, and I recommend it. The Omushe movie, I was telling my penny to Sana Moy. Now, wouldn't you say Article 1469? And so my penny to say, the committee, no, the recommendation, but not somebody I didn't reba, I want to mount to our own to one. Who knew who Asempa be, I said, or do more, I didn't know, I mean, statement here about
I don't know if the details of the exact recommendation mobile in the public, and by that I mean say on the Daniel Ofori petition, what exactly did the committee see say Chief Justice are wrong in that petition for which they recommended her removal?
So let me say Manu Mahokwan.
Okay.
You didn't come out the details of the petition.
Sure.
But I think it's a fairness and natural justice demands. The Nipa, Yadia Samaba Fanono, and I'm on to it to say no. Air Cosono. Yet sure command on who saints here, Akobanisa. In the Menoka say, I can confirm to you the Omampeni letter, I can't Chief Justice in the Ama Omampeni issue warrant, a to me crata, a chese with one amortisa. In that letter to the Chief Justice, the committee's findings and basis for this action is clearly stated. Okay. It was not there, he knows.
Okay.
That she knows, Mr. But me, moment, any other Multimedia Twitter, then a constitution, Obra is saying to me,
Is the president minded and aware of the magnitude of this decision?
Oh, of course. So as a president, one of the most experienced public servants. I work on her.
Yes.
Why am I something degree? Why legislator? Why you be a watch them for 3 terms for a month for a work for labor and more constituency? And I be a vice president and I be a president on 2 occasions. And he is fully aware of the magnitude and weight of removing a Chief Justice. But constitutional rules, should I say, it is not about individuals. It is about institutional arrangements. And you say, yeah, or manankasa chato you may have your views. I may have my views. The president may have his views.
Yes.
But once the committee presents a finding, or my opinion, he cannot do that. But of course, everybody knows. Chief Justice in many paketwa. People who within the Obra in Nassau and as the Emrebia enter. So he is fully aware of the magnitude of the decision here.
And that I've heard the arguments, this will set a bad precedent for the judiciary going forward. How would you react to Sir commentary?
That would be maternity. But unfortunately, those who say that are losing sight of something. You see, the fundamental principle, idea a book to remember be a memo, any a memoir, and number of council. And they say, Yenina, a pet or minimum. It will be Oyerepa also a bite, a be an enemy patricia, a be a home of a memo, a be a who is becoming musica. But a banner la, Menoyepe. Into a bar, Yadibabot, and one at the Boba. That is the position of the law. So, above all, Cassidy, I'm a kind of sacred cow philosophy. Obi we in the Pakesia, mind to say, Akobane say, Emranisha say, Yemfa won't pass up Quendiswa. Yes, I will be Pakesia, we in tea, yet. That is what will set a bad precedent. Does that a highly regarded personality, and that's a significant personality in Ghanaian society, a very powerful head of an arm of government, it does not set a bad precedent. If it is the case to say, in Naswini, due process was not followed, the managers, never said, yeah, President Mahama and Saka petition, and of 50 per crack, I said, we a year chief guys a few. Then that sets a terrible precedent. In fact, it would not even be countenanced in the face of the law.
Yes.
People see. Unless we are under a dictatorial regime. But when he has gone through due process every step of the way, up until now, there's not one single instance that will be able to me actually Tom and Penny Bumra Baku and Amiso. So the other kind of say, Omo said this says a bad precedent now. Have really not established what bad precedent it is. The fact of the weight of the office is immaterial. It's argument. In fact, see a doom temperature of mine. Now the Chief Justice, Ebum Raso near the family council. Nasa Impediasa, Obia or Tom Kudo, Council, the family council. Then we have arrived at a country that is underpinning the rule of law. That cannot be a bad precedent.
For clarity's sake, and for maybe the lay persons listening to us, someone him say, for someone to become a Chief Justice, the person should first be a Justice of the Supreme Court. Now, the CJ has been removed from office as Chief Justice. It affected the membership of the bench as a Supreme Court judge and so on.
I'm not a lawyer, so I cannot make any constitutional pronouncement.
Sure.
The minimum say, as of a name on your Chief Justice job. If there are any consequential matters that arise out of that decision, I'm sure say the appropriate authorities will deal with it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But what it then means, they say, then immediately, Omanpenyi will take steps to name a substantive Chief Justice, right?
Of course, it means that there's a vacancy.
Sure.
Into say Omanpenyi, this is to say, Utuana Mombi Famuna, Omama Sotia, Mebo who they were Ghana 40.
Now, the committee in a sentence, effectively, it comes to an end, sir.
Well, sir, which year near Justice Gabriel Pamankaina?
Yes.
They've adjourned hearing of the two other cases.
So it is
up to them to decide. But they will go back to look at them. But see, I'm not in a position to tell whether they will continue or they will not.
Okay. Honorable, I think that should be it for now. I don't also know, say, when it happens, because a year novel in at least in the Fourth Republic, say Chief Justice Kofi say the entitlement they are doing in Abeka Huana say it is how does that play out?
I think that is a matter for the judicial arm of government to consider. Yes, and see they will determine what is due here and are not due here. Yeah.
Very
and
well.
After whether or not she has to get anything at all. I don't know if it's within the bottom of the judiciary.
Sure. Felix, my men nase, Bibiania, Yabasaya ba ababidin komobio. Why? Yeah, that's a pa. Felix Kwaku Fusu, Ekasa, Emma Mampenny, John Dramani, Mahama, and now science way a binding in our Casa Mafu, and Amotesi and no ED.